Welcome to the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl podcast, a place for you to find the courage you need to take the first step and every step thereafter to create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you love. I'm your host, health and life coach, Abby Hegney. Let's dive in. Welcome back. Episode 32. Today, I am going to bring you a little tough love. So buckle up. But I want you to know that this is coming from the deepest love that I have for you, for what is possible for you, for what you are capable of, and for the life that you can create for yourself. You are capable of amazing things. You are capable of more than you give yourself credit for. You are capable of creating the habits, the confidence, the consistency, and the balance that you want in your life, and you are capable of sustaining it with ease. If you have ever thought to yourself some flavor of, it's not working, nothing works, why hasn't it happened yet? I've been working so hard. If you have ever felt frustrated, disappointed, or defeated by the work you've put in, if you have ever given up on your goals or jumped to a different plan only to find yourself in the same situation again and again and again, this episode is for you. This week, we are talking about results entitlement. I wanted to bring you this episode because this is about the time, just a few weeks into January, that people start to become a statistic. Their motivation starts to fade. Life is back into a normal routine. Challenges are probably starting to come their way. Maybe they're feeling frustrated with their progress, and they give up on those New Year's resolutions that they set for themselves just a couple weeks ago. I think they so lovingly call it Quitter's Day. And research shows that 80% of people give up on their New Year's resolutions before February. 80%. This year, you are not going to be a statistic. This year, you are not quitting. You're not giving up. You set those goals for a reason. They mean something to you. On the other side of those goals, of those resolutions, is the life that you want to be living. The habits, the balance, the confidence that you dream of having. That is yours for the taking, the creating, I'll say. So let's dive in. Results entitlement is an expectation you have that if you do work, if you put in effort, you should see results. The entitlement comes in when you give yourself a time frame for which you expect to see the results you want to see. Typically, this time frame has little to no merit, meaning you just decided that it should take that long to see the results that you want to see. Maybe you are basing this off of something that you read or the experience of someone else. But ultimately, you decided the level of work and the amount of time it should take to create the results you want, the habits that you want to develop, the weight that you want to lose, the balance that you want to feel, the consistency that you want in your life. You decided I should do this in this amount of time and get these things. So I want to give you a couple examples of what this may sound like. But as always, I want you to think about how it actually sounds in your life. Think about a time when you felt frustrated or disappointed that things weren't working, that it wasn't happening fast enough. How did it actually sound for you? So, some examples of this may be I've been eating healthy for 2 weeks. I should have lost weight by now. Or I should have lost more weight by now. I've been working so hard. I should be further along. I've been working beyond my scope at work. I should have received that promotion. It should be happening by now. It should be happening faster. When you feel entitled to results, you set yourself up for frustration. You attach yourself to specific results within a specific amount of time. And when it doesn't happen exactly as you envisioned it, you start to spiral. Your inner mean girl swoops in and gives you all of the wrong answers. She tells you that you're doing it wrong, that it isn't working, that it will never work, that nothing works. She convinces you that you'll never change, that you're not the kind of person who can lose weight, be consistent, get promoted, create change in their lives. And you believe the stories that she tells you. You get frustrated. You start to blame everything else. It's the plan, it's work, it's your kids, it's your schedule. You don't have enough time. And you give up. Or you push yourself harder. You turn to a quick fix and you create the results that you want, but not in a way that's actually sustainable or even helpful to you. And eventually you find yourself right back where you started, feeling frustrated, feeling like nothing works, feeling like you can't do it. When you feel entitled to results, you create pressure and impatience that make your journey harder than it needs to be. When you fixate on what isn't working, what's not happening, you lose sight of everything that is working, all of the progress that you have made. Entitlement gives your inner mean girl ammunition. When results don't come fast enough, she convinces you that you've got to throw it all away, that nothing is working, that you should just give up or at the very least switch directions and try something completely new, start all over again. Entitlement makes change feel out of your control. Believing that it's not working or that nothing works may feel good on the surface. And a really interesting question that I ask my clients is why does it feel good to believe that nothing is working? It always stumps them because it doesn't actually feel good. But in the moment, when we tell ourselves that nothing is working, that nothing works, that it's not working, it does feel good. It's why we do it. Our human brain's natural desire is to feel good. So we revert back to the things that feel good, even if that good feeling is only surface level. It's only something that you're comfortable saying. It's something that you've always told yourself. If we can blame something else, the plan, the schedule, the time, then it can't possibly be us, right? We think that feels good. But in reality, it's the most defeating story that you can believe. If it's not you, then you have no power to change it. And remember, you want change. That's why you set those goals in the first place. It may be why you are listening to this podcast. It's also why today I'm giving you this tough love. I know what it's like to so badly want to change and to believe that nothing works. I distinctly remember seeing the magazines that declared lose 5 pounds in 5 days or thin your thighs in just 2 weeks. I couldn't buy them fast enough. They were the ticket. That was the thing. It was going to work. I found it. I'd take them home, I'd rip out the plan, and I'd get to work, only to be disappointed after 5 days when the scale hadn't moved, or 2 weeks and my thighs looked exactly the same. And I'd tell myself, it's not working. I can't do it. I'll never be confident in my body. Over and over again, I'd fall victim to those stories of my inner mean girl. Over and over again, I'd jump to the next plan, believing it would be the one that would finally work. Here is what I want you to know. Everything works. Everything. Every diet, every plan, every workout regimen, every method. They all work. It's why there's so much of it out in this world. Everything works. How it works for each and every one of us is different. But we think that if we do this exact thing, I should get these exact results. This is results entitlement. When you believe that it's not working or that nothing works, you stop working. You do things, you expect results, and when they don't come as you expected, you get frustrated. You allow your inner mean girl to convince you that it's not working, that you can't do it, and you give up. You quit on yourself. You quit on your goals, on the habits, the confidence, the balance that you want to live the life that you love. You quit on the happiness that you desire for your life. When you feel entitled to results, you stop working as soon as things don't go your way. As soon as it starts to feel hard or uncomfortable or challenging, your inner mean girl convinces you that you're solving the problem, but really you're adding more layers to it. You're making it more complicated. You're building more evidence that you then use against yourself to prove that you can't do it, that nothing works. That is exactly what I would used to do with all of those magazines. It's why I spent years and years and years jumping from one thing to the next, only to find that nothing worked. But now I feel stronger. I feel healthier and more confident and more balanced in my life than I did 20 years ago. Even with kids, even with my own business, even with a much busier schedule. It's not because I found the perfect plan or I found the thing that works. It's because I became the thing that works. I stopped feeling entitled to results and I started creating them. I stopped allowing arbitrary timelines to determine what was possible, what I was capable of achieving. I stopped quitting and I kept going. I stopped listening to my inner mean girl and I stayed focused on the habits, the confidence, and the life I wanted. I work with a lot of women who believed that they had tried everything and nothing works. And after just 6 months of working together, they leave that all behind. They learn to slow down. When you feel entitled to results, you set unrealistic expectations. You hustle. You work really hard. You feel impatient. You create overwhelm for yourself and you disregard the process because you're so focused on getting results quickly. That's why you believe that nothing works. You've missed it all. In Confident Mind and Body, you learn to slow down with confidence. So much of us believe that slowing down is a weakness. It is the most empowering thing that you can do for yourself. You learn to build the skill of looking at everything that you have done and finding what did work, even if that is simply the awareness of what doesn't work for you. When you find what did work, no matter how big or how small, you quiet your inner mean girl just enough to believe that change is possible, that you can do it. You see what is working and you build on the belief that you can create more of that. And you see what's not working in a completely different light. You see it with confidence. You see it as an opportunity to learn from it, to modify, to make a change that moves you a step closer. When you learn to quiet your inner mean girl, you start to make powerful decisions for you, for the change that you want to create, for the life that you want to be living. You don't wait for motivation, you create the motivation. You become the thing that works. And that is something that lasts for the rest of your life. The next time that you feel entitled to results and you find your inner mean girl telling you it's not working or nothing works, ask yourself, how have I stopped working? Are you showing up for yourself and what you want? Are you taking consistent, intentional action? And when I say consistent, I mean consistent in a way that works for you. So often we think consistency means I got to show up and I got to do the same thing all of the time. That is not it at all. Consistency is finding what works for you that keeps you coming back in whatever way that is available to you today. Are you learning and growing and adjusting along the way? Stop feeling entitled to results and start creating results for yourself. Quiet your inner mean girl. Detach yourself from those arbitrary timelines. Let go of perfection and remember what is waiting for you on the other side. When you let go of entitlement to results, you allow yourself to fully engage in the process. You stop measuring your worth, your capability, your confidence by a timeline or an outcome. And you start celebrating the small, meaningful steps you are taking every day. The steps that compound over time and end up creating the change that you want faster than you ever thought possible. Give yourself this opportunity. While 80% of people give up on their goals before February, research also shows that working with a coach increases goal achievement by up to 95%. You absolutely can do this on your own, but you don't need to. And if you have not yet done it on your own, maybe having someone by your side is exactly what you need. If you are ready to quiet your inner mean girl and create the habits and the confidence and the life that you love, simply I am here to support you every step of the way. Let's talk. All right, my friend, that is all for this week. I hope that this tough love was needed. I hope that it helped you to see what is possible for you, what you are capable of achieving. And I hope that you go out and create it today. I will talk to you next week. You are ready to quiet your inner mean girl. I invite you to join me inside Confident Mind and Body, my private coaching program, where you will learn to quiet your inner mean girl and create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you love. Just visit wellnesswithabbyh.com and schedule a free consultation.